okay, we'll start our class because some problem is here on internet. That's why. So great.
Recording in progress.
Hare Krishna. Okay, what was the discussion? Okay, 8 to start. What is going on in 81? Agre cha karma gnana bhakti lakshanan yogan tattad adhikaritayam prutak hetuncha uktva gnana karma anadarena bhaktireva abhidheyatvam aha panchabihi. In coming 5 slokas, so what we are going to establish? Gnana karma anadharena bhakti is going to be established, and also we are going to discuss the who is eligible for the those yogas, karma, gnana, bhakti, and after that we reject the gnana and karma, then finally establish only bhakti. This we are going to have it. Mainly, how many yogas we should consider any time? 3: karma yoga, gnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. Whole bhakti sandrabha will be seeing. So majorly these are 3 are the major actually. So tatra gnanabhyasanadharam vaktum. So to reject the gnana, what was rejected? The eligibility criteria for gnana is what? Vairagyam. So vairagyam is rejected by that. Gnana is also rejected. Yeah. How it is rejected? Now how it is rejected, you see. Proktena bhakti yogena bhajitaha ma asakrit mune काम हृदय नश्यन्ति सवे मयि स्थिते. Kama hridayaha, that means desires which reside in the heart, those will be destroyed by what? Asakrit nehe bhajataha bhakti yogena. When one do constantly do Lord is standing in the heart of that devotee and he'll be destroying all those. Yes. Then after that, 82, Gnanabhyasanadaram vidatte. So first criteria for Gnana, that is Vairagyam, that is rejected in the previous sloka, 29. So that means one can destroy the lusty desires just by doing the devotion. So that means one can become free from the desires. So by doing the practice means here, so free from desires is nothing but the Vairagya. So one should not practice Vairagya to destroy the desires, but one should do what? One should do Bhakti Yoga. One should do practice Bhakti Yoga. So that's why it is clearly stating that. So here, practicing of Vairagya is rejected. So doing the Bhakti Yoga, that it will automatically take us to purify the heart and Vairagya will come naturally. Now, in the 82nd anucheda, Jnanabhyasanadaram vidhatte. Practicing of the Jnana Yoga is rejected. Vidyate hridaya grandhischidhyante sarva samshayah. Kshiyante chasya karmani mahi drishtye khilatmane. So, bhaktiyeva drishtye sakshat. On seeing me, who is situated in everyone's heart, ignorance is cut, all doubts are destroyed, and all karmas are diminished. So here, by seeing the Supreme Lord, drishte akhila atmani mai drishte, that means on seeing me, who is situated in everyone's heart, who is on the Supreme Lord in the heart, ignorance, and this 11th canto, also 20th chapter. And this sloks rejecting the practicing of the jnana. It is only say darshan of the Lord. It is recommending the getting the darshan of the Lord. So in this regarding the by the devotee Gnana yoga vairagya. Gnana vairagyam prayaha shreyo na bhave. Therefore, for devotee engaged in bhakti, cable you can connect. You want cable? Direct USB cable. अच्छा अच्छा. Anyone have USB? हाँ हाँ, इधर रखिए. हाँ, बाहर रखिए उसको, फोन को अंदर तो ना लेके जाए. Actually, today we don't have proper internet here. That's why we are facing problem. Online students, that's why inconvenience is there. So next, therefore, for a devotee engaged in bhakti with heart fixed on me, the cultivation of not kill. Mad bhakti yuktasya yoginah, why mad atmanah, is clear? Tika. Tadevam vyavasaya yeah. Okay. Sorry, actually, lot of disturbance. Tasmat tribihi. So coming 3 slokas, that means this sloka and another 2. In total 3 slokas, what we are going to do? Bhakti hai that means we are going to conclude Bhakti Yoga now. In the 20th chapter is very important chapter there. We are trying to conclude the only Bhakti. Why we are concluding Bhakti? And we are going to reject the other yogas, Karma Yoga and the Jnana Yoga. The reason is Bhakti is Anya Nirapekshatvat. It is not dependent on other yogas. And Tat Sapekshatvat. Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti is is independent of other process, and other processes are completely dependent on, they are dependent on bhakti yoga. That's why, for this reason, this is the reason for concluding bhakti. Madatmanah, see in this sloka, Madatmanah mai atma chittam yasya tasya shreyah sadhanam ityesha. So for whom bhakti yoga is the sadhana? Madatmanah. Madatmanah means whose mind, whose heart is in the Supreme Lord. For them, what is the shreyah sadhanam? That is bhakti yoga. And for him, Gnanam and Vairagyam, they are not so beneficial. Atra prayana, that means prayaha shreyaha na bhavet. In the sloka, what is the word is there? That word prayaha, that means for my devotees, this Gnana and Vairagya are generally not beneficial. That means mostly. That means 100% is not beneficial, is not said. What it means? So it means, it is explained in the Atra Prayograhanasya Ayam Bhavaha. Why Krishna is saying that in most of the time, but for the devotee, Jnana and Karma, Jnana and Vairagya are not beneficial. Maybe for little in maybe sir 1% or 2% in cases. So Jnana and Vairagya is beneficial for the devotee. How it is going to benefit them? That is explained here. You see, atra prayo grahanasya ayam bhavaha bhajatam gnana vairagyabhyasena prayojanam nastyeva tatha tatra yatha stitepi sadyo mukti marge kesham chit krama mukti marge pravrittir. बच्चों को बोलो. केशां चित क्रम मुक्ति मार्गे प्रवृत्तिर्जायते तथा ब्रह्मभूत प्रसन्नात्मा इति श्री गीतानुसारेण यदि क्रम भक्ति मार्गे प्रवृत्तिः स्यात् तदा अभावत् तदा अभवतु इति तदेवं भक्तेः प्रेम लक्षणे सर्वफलराजे स्वफले नास्त्येव ज्ञानाद्यपेक्षा. So there are now two processes are there. One is the Krama Mukti Marga and another is the Sadhyo Mukti Marga. What is the Krama Mukti and what is Sadhyo Mukti Marga? There is no there is no desire for the enjoying in the there is no inquisitiveness, there is no curiosity. There is no curiosity to see the pleasure in the various other planets. This is directly, if he is interested in the directly, he wants to go to the supreme abode. Then that is the Sadhyo Mukti. Mar gaya wo. Hey, the this is the reason actually. why this? The reason is the cheaty hai mane udhar good hai na. Why these ants are there? Because there is a yeah, that's the reason actually. They are looking for cake actually. उसको जल्दी लेके वापस नीचे दे दीजिए, नहीं तो वो लोग इधर ही बैठ के केक को आंखों से खा लेंगे वो लोग. They will eat by eyes. So Sadhyo, that means gradual process we can take here, gradual process and so immediate process. So Krama Mukti means gradual process. That means first realizing the Brahman and then after that going to the realizing the Bhagavan. So this is explained in the Bhagavad Gita also. You all know. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kangshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. So first of all, what? That upasaka, a practitioner, first he is realizing the Brahman, Brahma Bhutaha, being absorbed in the Brahman, Prasannatma. So his mind is fully satisfied. Na sochati, na kankshati, no lamentation and no hankering. So next, sama sarveshu bhuteshu, being so equal to the all the living entities, mat bhaktim labate param. Then after that he is getting the devotion. That means it is not going to happen in every Brahmavadi, not in the case of every Brahmavadi, but any Brahmavadi, in case if you get the association of the Lord, association of the devotees, sorry, association of the devotees, then he will be getting the bhakti. So here that is a point, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. So that means, yeah, Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. That means he is going to get that Brahmavadi is going to get the bhakti. So what is hidden point there? Condition is what? Provided he got the association of devotees. This is a point actually we should understand. In this case, what is happening? So that means very rarely we are going to see some Brahmavadis are going to become devotees by the association of the devotees. So that's a praya. That means in the most cases for devotees, there is no need of gnana and vairagya. Most cases. But in a few cases like this, in the Kramamukti case, so whoever first realizing the Brahman, so those in that association, then after that they are becoming devotees. There you can see some usage of Gnana and Vairagya for those kind of devotees. Okay. तत्र यथा स्थिते सद्यो मुक्ति मार्गे केषांचित् क्रममुक्ति मार्गे प्रवृत्तिर्जायते. That means some devotees sadyo mukti, they immediately come to the devotional platform, immediately directly realize Bhagavan, and some are interested in the first realizing in the Brahman, and then after that Bhagavan. So that is a very rare case as explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. In that case, so for those kind of devotees, there is a use of Gnana and Vairagya. Tadevam bhaktehe prema lakshane sarvafala raje swafale nastyeva gnanadyapeksha. In this way, bhaktehe prema lakshane sarvafala raje. It is the king among all the fruits. Swafale nastyeva gnanadyapeksha. It is not having any dependency on Gnana and Vairagya. Thus, bhakti doesn't depend on Gnana and other process for giving its own result in the form of prema, the king of all results. Prema is the Krishna, prema is the king among all the results.
In second chapter, second canto and fifth, we discussed like a Sadhya Mukti and Krama Mukti.
Yes.
So here is also Sadhya Mukti and Krama Mukti mentioned, but that is Sadhya Mukti, Krama Mukti for not devotee, it was for Brahmavadi and Paramatma meditation on Virat Roop and Paramatma.
Yes.
So
Ashtanga Yogi.
Ashtanga Yogi it was.
Yes.
But here is, I wanted to know whether is same thing, Sadhya Mukti, Krama Mukti is indicating for whom? Whether
no, not that one. Not
this,
the Ashtanga. The Sadhya Krama means so gradual, and you should take gradual
for
and
whom? Devotee we can
direct.
say.
Here what? Here that is the case in the second canto, in the third chapter, second chapter we are seeing that Krama Mukti and Sadhya Mukti, that is in the case of the Ashtanga yogis, that means Bhakti Misra Yoga they are doing. In their case, so some devotees after becoming the perfect and the meditating on the Paramatma, so they are now about to leave their prana. So they are about to leave the body. So at that time, while the living body, at the time of leaving the body, if they were having some kind of curiosity to know the pleasure of the higher planets, pleasure in the higher planets, then they will be getting they will leaving the body along with the subtle body, and that subtle body is carried, that means soul is carried by that subtle body. That subtle body goes along with the soul. Soul is already purified just for curiosity purpose, so he needs somebody to see the pleasure there in the higher planetary systems, which are in the material world only, like so in the pleasure in the Swarga, pleasure in the higher planets like Shishumara and Loka and other lokas. So those pleasure will be seen Brahma Loka, and after that layers in the Brahmanda layers also there is a pleasure. So while crossing each layer, that means those components of that body is getting dissolved, and finally,
That
so
is
when
understood.
Brahman
That is clear.
yeah,
My question is here mentioned. Here is
here is about the
sutra.
Gnani and Bhakta. This is Sajja Mukti. In this case, we are saying first Gnani and after that Bhakta. Realizing the Brahman and realizing the Bhagavan.
And that verse you mentioned, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati ganchati sama sarves bhutesh mad bhakti labte param. This also applies for devotee also. It is said when person reaches that stage, then only can do bhakti. Bhakti is matlab bhakti starts in that
No,
place
two
only.
process. Directly you can do bhakti to the Lord. That is a Sajja Mukti. And but some people, they first realize Brahman, then after that they will become devotees.
Condition appears Brahma Bhuta person bhakti labate param. That means a condition appears to be like condition. If somebody is not Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, he cannot do bhakti. In the sense, he cannot. So is that like that? Many times I heard also Prabhupada said, na.
Where is the condition? How you are saying?
In Bhagavad Gita, that verse stays, na. How goes? Because he is not Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. He is not self-realized. How can he practice bhakti? Bhakti means.
But where is the sloka? Where it is? How you are deriving that meaning? Tell me.
Based on Bhagavad Gita,
it is also Bhagavad Gita sloka. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, I am saying according to Bhagavad Gita only. That's Bhagavad Gita sloka. What is first line? Tell me. Brahma Bhutaha. That means who are absorbed in the Brahman. So what? Prasannatma. He is fully so blissful. Na sochati, na kankshati. He is not having the. Na sochati means no lamentation. Na kankshati means no hankering. After that, samaha sarveshu bhuteshu. So he is equal to all the living entities. Samaha sarveshu bhuteshu. So mad bhaktim labate param. They get my devotion in me, which is superior. So what is the condition you are saying here? What kind of condition is there?
Condition is that somebody.
If you self-realized, then only you can realize bhakti is not there here. Here it is said that, so that practitioner, that means that Brahmavadi who is practicing Gnana, and he is getting bhakti, is said. That means we are seeing here first getting the Brahman realization, and then after that Bhagavan realization. So that's why this is known as is a Krama Mukti. One is realizing the Brahman, then after that realizing the Bhagavan. In this way. So in this case, we are seeing initially that practitioner is trying to realize Brahman. That's why Gnana and Karma, Gnana and Vairagya are used. Then after that he is becoming devotee also. So in this way, you can see there is in this path, in the Krama Mukti path, you will be seeing the use of the Gnana and Vairagya. But if you say there is even bhakti is independent of everything, one can directly realize Bhagavan also. There is no need of he should become first he should realize the Brahman. Directly he can practice, that means Shravanam Kirtanam he should do, and directly he can realize the Bhagavan. In that case, so there is no need to practice the Vairagya. Already previously it is said in the 29th sloka, 11, 20, 29 sloka, that is anuched number 81. Whoever is practicing bhakti asakrit, that means again and again. So whoever is practicing bhakti yoga, their desires in their heart will be removed. All the desires in their heart is removed. So that's why for them there is no need to practice of any Vairagya. By bhakti itself is taking care to destroy all the desires, and Vairagya is coming. Vairagya is nothing but destruction of all the desires. So like that means in the direct devotional service, that means the direct path, Sadhya Mukti path, no need of Jnana and Vairagya. Clear? Huh? Mike, yes.
Same words that without being one with Supreme, the Absolute, one cannot render service unto him. In the absolute conception, there is no difference between served and servitor. Yet the distinction is there in the higher spiritual sense. So that is the verse was that same verse, Brahmabhut Prasannatma, in that it is mentioned. So many times we had just like Prabhupada said, na.
No.
So,
what is that? You are saying translation of what?
Purports.
Huh?
Brahmabhut Prasannatma. That verse is there, na. In that
No,
purport.
translation. Tell me.
This is not translation. This is a purport.
No. Please read the translation first.
Okay. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes Supreme Brahman.
Translation. This is
Yes.
one who is
Transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything.
Yes.
He is equally disposed toward every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me.
Okay. So
that clarification was required. Understanding. Many times we heard in the somebody is like lamenting and hankering. That means he is not in devotional service. He cannot practice devotional service. That is condition. So in that verse appears to be like that, na? Ki somebody stays Brahmabhut stays, then he practice bhakti starts. Real bhakti starts. Otherwise,
like that. That is not necessary condition actually for the bhakti. That's the point only. No, we are trying to discuss. That is some people's case who are going with the krama mukti. They want to realize Brahman and then after that realize the Bhagwan. So in their case, that is the thing. That's why here prayaha. What is said in this? Prayaha sreyo na bhavediha. Gnanam na cha vairagyam prayaha sreyo na bhaved. Bhagavan is also saying for the devotee, there is no need of Gnana and Vairagya mostly, most cases, mostly. Ashray Gaurang Prabhu. Okay.
Actually, what happened now, so far this Brahmabhuta sloka we were understanding in that way whole life. We were thinking that first one has to become Brahmabhuta, then bhakti begins. लेकिन जीव गोस्वामी ने पूरा उल्टा चक्कर मार दिया, उल्टा घुमा दिया. He's totally turned and around. He's saying that मतलब totally full reverse we came out the meaning. That is the thing. Now it is rarely, actually 90% maybe percentage. Praya means 90%. 90% people don't require Brahmabhuta. They will go direct bhakti. Only 5 to 10% will go by Brahmabhuta. But पहले उल्टा था कि 90% लोग को ब्रह्मभूत करके भक्ति मिलेगा, लगता है 10% लोग डायरेक्ट मिलता होगा, ऐसा था भैया, ऐसा हो गया अभी. This is what we came out.
अच्छा, okay bro.
अभी इसको थोड़ा हम लोग को कन्विंस करना पड़ेगा और ज्यादा.
Okay, 84th Anuched. Today we'll finish this Anuched. It's little big. So next, total 3 slokas. No? By 3 slokas, he is going to establish what? He is going to establish Bhakti Yoga. These 3 slokas. So that means 11, 20, 31, 32 and 33. What is said in the 32 and 33? Yat karma vir yat tapasa gnana vairagyatascha yogena dana dharmena sreyo bhiritarairapi sarvam mad bhakti yogena mad bhakto labhatenjasa swarga pavargam madhama katam chit yadi vanchati. Translation: Yat karmabhir yat tapasa gnana vairagyatascha yat Yogena dana dharmena shreyobhi itarairapi. That means everything that can be achieved by karma, penance, jnana, vairagya, that means knowledge and renouncement, mystic yoga, charity, and all other auspicious means of perfecting life is easily achieved by my devotee through bhakti. If somehow or other my devotee desires swarga, liberation, or my abode, he easily achieves such benedictions. It's two translation of two slokas. That means swargapavargam mad dhama katham chit yedi vanchati. If my devotee desires any pleasure of the other, which is attained through the other process, so those results also my devotee easily get. Akama sarva kamava moksha kamudaradi. By doing bhakti, one can get the results of all other sadhanas. Yedi ichchati, yedi vanchati chet. That is a point is said here. I think sloka is clear. Meaning is clear. Translation. What is the translation? First sloka. Yat karma bhi tapasa gnana vairagyatah yat yogena dana dharmena shreyobhir itarairapi. Whatever you are going to get whatever result you are going to get by the various means, karma, yoga, tapas, gnana, vairagya, dana, dharma, all these are the different means. They are different process, different sadhanas, and whatever you are going to get result by these all sadhanas, that everything, sarvam, that means everything, mad bhakti yogena, by my devotion, mad bhaktaha, my devotee, labhate anjasa, very easily get. My devotee very easily he gets. Yadi vanchati, if my devotee desires, katham chit, somehow or other he desires, but generally he never desires. But katham chit, yadi vanchati, if he desires something of those results, then they can get that also. Itaraihi, that means tirtha yatra vratadibhir api yad bhavyam. Whatever will be coming through the tirtha yatra, that also. Itarairapi, in the first sloka, in this two slokas are there. First itarairapi and is there, na? So itaraihi means what? All things possible by any other means such as tirtha yatras and vratas. These itarahi means you should consider tirtha yatras and vratas. By this also you'll get the different results. So api yad bhavyam, whatever you are going to get, tat sarvam bhakti yogena mad bhaktaha labate. That everything my devotee, so immediately he get, easily he get. Labate. Tatra api anjasa, that means anayasena. So if one practice devotion, very easily he can get results of other sadhanas also, other process, very easily. Kim tat sarvam, what is that? That means what are those? Swarga apavargam iti. Swargaha means prapancha sukham, prapanchika sukham. That means sattva shuddhyadi krame, and next sattva shuddhyadi kramena apavargaha moksha sukham cha. So what are those? He is going to get everything. What is that everything? Everything means, so prapanchika sukham, that means swargam means prapanchika sukham, that means worldly pleasure, and moksha sukham, that means apavarga means here also liberation. So pleasure in the liberation, that also he can get by the bhakti. Tad atikramis sukham cha bhavati ityaha. Even beyond to that, beyond to the moksha also there is one more sukha. What is that? Madhama. Madhama means Vaikuntam cha. He also going to get Vaikunta. Sukha in the pleasure, bliss in the Vaikunta also he is going to get. So Lord's devotee. Katam chit bhaktyupakaranatvenaiva yadi vanchati kaschit तत्र श्री चित्रकेत्वादिवत् स्वर्गवांचा तस्य भक्त्युपकरणत्वं च उक्तं स लक्षं वर्षलक्षाणाम् अव्याहत बलेन्द्रियैः रेमे विद्याधरस्त्रीभिर्गापयन् हरिम् ईश्वरम् इति. So, what is our discussion? So, bhakti, rejecting this, establishing this, karma and jnana. So that means we are going to do this within 11.20, 31 to 33 in these three slokas. These two are rejected because both dependent on bhakti. And it is independent. It is independent and it is the shelter for remaining. So that's why we should do this only. So in the 11.2.31, so we are already seeing in the case of devotee, so mostly no use of jnana and vairagya. That means karma also, because karma is the entry door for jnana. Yes or no? Already we discussed. That means one will do the nishkama. One is where that's our karma kanda is also prescribing the karma for the sake of what? For the sake of liberation from the karma. So that means karma is meant for the naishkarmyam only. Karma is prescribed by the scriptures for the sake of naishkarmyam only. So that is the point, naishkarmyam only. That means naishkarmyam means what? Getting out from the bondage of the karma. That means he is entering into that is the entrance door for the jnana, to enter into the jnana. If one is coming free from coming out from the bondage of the karma, means he is getting the knowledge. So that's why karma. So in the case of devotee, so mostly no use of jnana and vairagya means karma also. So that means, so by these three are rejected. For the devotee, there is no need to practice jnana, vairagya and karma. That is understanding. That's why devotees, for them, there is no need of practicing of jnana and vairagya and karma. So next, you see 11.20, 32 and 33. What they are saying? So there are the various processes are there. Various processes. What are those? This process is 1, 2, 3, like this. Many processes are there. Those example: jnana, karma, tapas, And next, Gnana, Vairagya, and Dana. Like this, many various processes are there. They are meant for the good to give some good to the practitioner. These process give some good results to the practitioner. So whatever results are coming from all these processes, results of these processes can be easily attained. These results can be easily attained by devotee by the practicing direct devotion to the Lord. So he can attain these results very easily. Very easily. That is said. And also, next one more point is said in the 33 sloka. Swargapavargam yadi vanchati. So, but devotee through the devotion, through the process of devotion, he can get all these results. But it is possible. Devotion is having samarjam. But for that upasaka, every upasaka then is going to get all the results and going to enjoy that? No. Every upasaka is not going to get, every devotee is not going to enjoy those. But if this devotee wants, then only he is going to get those results. Otherwise, Bhakti Maharani will directly make cause for the experiencing of the Lord. So it will not provide any these intermediate results. These results directly. If you want, then she can give. So who are those devotees wanting the some material or some kind of other results? Like you see, karma is giving the what kind of result? Karma gives? Karma gives what? Prapanchika sukham, swargam, and jnana gives the moksha, liberation. So these are the various results. These results, if devotee wants, then he can get these also, and also become, after that he enjoys suffer some time, and then he will go back to the Godhead. So
devotee wants this, in case
if he wants,
so it will be considered kram mukti, like that we can say, or not, in devotee case, not Ashtanga yogi case.
It's not kama mukti, but it's just in between. He wants to just taste one thing. Okay, something. Now you can see example, then you can understand. So example is, you see who is that devotee is desiring. So few of these results. That krama mukti means it's not that so each and every he's enjoying and going. Then only it is krama mukti. Only desiring one out of those. You're understanding? Here devotee is not wanting all, but some are the him is wanting. That's why it's not, there is no need of linking here with the krama mukti. Krama mukti is not necessary here. So example one, that is Chitraketu Maharaj. So Chitraketu Maharaj, if you see what it is, katham chit bhaktyupakaranattvena yadi vanchati. That means they are desiring these results. So that means swarga or the moksha. So as the instrument for, so they are desiring these results as instrument for devotion. Instrument for devotion. That means, example, Chitraketu Maharaj is desiring swarga, where swarga is becoming instrument for bhakti. Chitraketu Maharaj, if you see, example, Chitraketu Maharaj is desiring swarga as an instrument, as an helping tool, for bhakti. What is this? how Swarga can be the helping tool for the bhakti? What is this new formula Chitraketu Maharaj is deriving? How he is going to utilize the Swarga life who is beneficial for the bhakti? Generally, we say Manusha Janma Durlabham. So, human life is beneficial for the bhakti. But in the case of Chitraketu Maharaj, somehow, so he got such a ideology, and he is desiring Swarga as an instrument for the. That means they are devotees. That's why they see everywhere devotion, and he is seeing Swarga as an helping tool for bhakti. How? That is said, you see. Tatra Sri Chitraketvadivat Swarga Vancha. Chitraketu is desiring Swarga. Tasya Bhakti Upakaranatvam cha. How Swarga can be the helping tool for the bhakti? Said Saha Laksha Varsha Lakshanam Avyahata Balendriya. How many years? Saha Laksham Varsha Lakshanam. How many years? 1,00,000 of years. His stamina in his senses is very strong. His stamina is very strong. In the Swarga, your senses are not becoming weak. Last day, you will be having full strength in this. So till the punya is there, you will be having the enjoyable body only. In the last day, your punya is finished. You will be giving the birth to some child, and then that jivatma is thrown. That body is taken out and is thrown into the clouds. Then that is, it's already said in the Upanishad, actually in the Bhagavad Gita you can see. Then after that it is coming through the rains into the earth. It is reaching. That is given. That body is given ahuti in the that heavenly body is given ahuti in the clouds, and then that jivatma is through the rain. It is reaching to the earth, and from there it is reaching to the grains of a plant. Actually, it is entering into each plants, and it is entering into the grains, and after that it is entering into the blood of male person, and then it is entering into the semen. Then it is entering into the womb of female. That in the female body, om is there, and there is a womb. Then there it is entering in there. Okay. A question? Why this question actually? What question? Yeah, okay.
If you allow to ask me, then I ask. Otherwise, I will not ask, because the topic raises so many questions. They are not like that. Go on just like hearing. Just like here, it is said, devotee wants Swarga Sukha, Prapanchik Sukha, he can attain Swarga also. But in Bhagavad Gita, it is also said like that, na Chine Punne Martha Lokam Visanti.
Yes.
And that means whether devotee, this apply for devotee or like karmi, karma, that's karma yoga. Because a devotee goes not out of punya, just like material punya. It is just like here is mentioned Chitraketu Maharaj. He attains Swarga Sukh, and as well as not fall down like that ki Shene Pune Martlokam Visanti. That condition is not applying. So
yes.
Can you please explain? Is that Bhagavad Gita? That
so first of all, yeah, I didn't finish the discussion. So in the case of Chitraketu Maharaj, how Swarga is becoming the helping tool. So just one point only I said. I thought you have doubt on this, but anyway, I have to finish the discussion. So what in the Swarga, body is so powerful actually till the end of that means life, in that Swarga life. So it is so strong. The stamina, the power, strength in the senses is equally maintained entire span of the life. So that's why what Chitraketu Maharaj saw in this, some special thing he saw. So I have such a bodily strength, and I will use this bodily strength for the singing the holy names of the Lord. So that's why Reme Vidyadaras. vidyadara stribihi gapayan harim ishwaram. Stribihi, vidyadara stribihi, along with the vidyadara stris. So Chitraketu Maharaj, so always singing the glories of the Lord. So here what? So now in this human form of life, our body is so weak. If we sit for the chanting, then within 5 minutes, so we'll be in the sleep and so drowsy and immediate sleep. All the souls are in the great sleep. So why? Because the bodily strength is not there and so many other problems. So, but in the case of the heavenly body, that is very powerful body, and he utilized that body for the singing the holy names of the Lord. In this way, Swarga is becoming the helping tool to practice the devotion. So that's it. That means generally devotees, they don't like to have this Swarga. But even if you see some people, they see some spiritual benefit in that, and they may desire it. That's why here what is said in the sloka, katam chit yadi vanchati. Somehow they are desiring swarga and apavarga. That means material pleasure and some liberational pleasure. Why? There is some benefit they are seeing. Those devotees are seeing some benefit in that, and they are desiring like that. So few cases is possible like this. Very few. Next, that means Swarga, for this desiring the Swarga and using Swarga as a spiritual helping tool for the devotion, that we are seeing in the case of Chitraketu Maharaj. Then what about the Apavarga? Who is that example for using the Apavarga as helping tool for the bhakti? Who is that example? That is Shukadeva Goswami, Sri Shukadeva Goswami. Able to understand? Yes. हो गया. अच्छा, इसको नीचे इसे चलेगा, चला दूंगा. It's okay. I think it's so. What did you all know the story of Sukadeva Goswami from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana in the Tattva Sandrabha we discussed? Everyone remember what happened? What is that story? Who is going to tell? Tell me. Story. Story is also difficult to remember, na? So Sukadeva Goswami was in the womb of his mother, and he is not ready to come out because of out of fear of the Maya. So then he heard that from his father, by if anyone get the blessings of Krishna, then he will not be affected by the Maya. So then Sukadeva Goswami request, then bring the Krishna, then if you give the promise to me, then I will come out. Then Vasudev requests Supreme Lord Krishna. So then Lord comes and gives the promise to Sukadeva Goswami. Yes, come. You come out, you will not be affected by the Maya. So Sri Sukadi vad apavarga vancha tad pradhanya Sri Krishnena duri krutayam mayayam matrugarbhat bahir babhuva. That means when Lord gave the promise to him, then only he came out. So from the womb of the mother. So that means Lord gave the what kind of promise? You will not be affected by the Maya. So such a promise, such a protection he gave. Then Sukadeva Goswami came out. Tat prarthanaya Sri Krishnena dhuri krutayam maya. That means Lord only made Maya to go away from the Sukadeva Goswami. Then this is Brahma Vaivarta Purana story, Brahma Vaivartiya Katha. Then anyway, after that, so many things happened. So that is not our discussion. So here, Brahma Vaivartiya Katha, Tatracha Bhakti Upakaranattvam. Then where is the Bhakti Upakaranattvam here? So that's why Brahma Bhuta Prasannatmaha. ityadi Gita vachanat. So now Sukadeva Goswami got the protection from the Krishna. So Krishna gave protection to him that you cannot, Sukha will not get affected by Maya. Then after that, Sukadeva Goswami came out. Then after that, immediately he started running and seeing his father, him. Oh, he is also started running behind him. So anyway, so there are so putreti, that means taravaha abhineduhu. Even the trees also is replying to that. So there at that time, that means tree, who is replying? Actually, Sukadeva Goswami is only replying. Who is Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma? That means who is also is all pervasive, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma being. So in the form of trees, he is replying. So that Sukadeva Goswami, when he is going, so but he is not returning back. At that time, Krishna Dvaipayana sent his disciples. So when he heard the story of the pastimes of the Lord, description of the Lord, then after hearing this, he came back. Here you can see initially, that means here by Krishna's blessings, he is out of Maya. That means he is situated in the Brahman realization. So simply, what is Brahman realization? You can say in simple terms, Brahman realization is nothing but the, so out of the Maya is equal to the Brahman realization. That's just coming out from the, or releasing, coming out from the clutches of the Maya is nothing but the, that's a basic zero. Zero is beginning of the spiritual life. So that is beginning of spiritual life, starting state, not beginning, starting, initial state of the, that spiritual sukha. Just if you cross material world, that means if you are just out of Maya, means you are in the state of, I am not body, I am not this, so I am not that, I am only spirit. This is nothing but the Brahman realization. So he is in that state actually. So by the blessings of the Lord. Then after that, so he heard. Then after that, he heard the pastimes of the, or the description of the Lord from the disciples of the Vasudev. So his father's disciples, from his mouth of the father's disciples, he heard the holy names, and then after that he became devotee. So that's why here, so what is happening in his life? Initially he came to the free from the, he became free from the Maya. Then after that he heard and he became devotee. In this way here, so what this apavarga is becoming the, is a somehow as an instrument in becoming devotee. Okay, 1 minute. So let me finish this. So tatracha bhakti upakaranatma Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma ityadi Gita vachana. So that's a Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Who is the best example for this? Sukadeva Goswami. Tatha prapta bhagavad parshada. Some people, they also desire salokyadi mukti. So example, third one is, some people madhama vanchati. Idi madhama. In that sloka you see. Then now we have seen the apavarga case. So who is example for in desiring of apavarga? That is Sukadeva Goswami. That we have seen. And next one is madhama. That means my Lord's spiritual abode. Desiring the Lord's spiritual abode is also moksha only. Where we have 5 kinds of the moksha. Na? Saija, Salokya, Samipya, Sarushti. Sarushti next. Salokya, Samipya, Sarushtya. Saija is done. First Saija, okay. Salokya, Samipya, Sarishti, Sarupya. Yes. Salokya, Samipya, Sarishti, Saija and Sarupya. So these are the, in this, especially desiring the Madhama means Salokyam. He is desiring the same Lord's planet. So if someone is also desiring salokyam, what is the reason behind this? He's desiring this kind of benefit. So pure devotee means he will not desire anything, but here also there is a bhakti upakaranatvam is there. That means this is salokyam, desiring the Lord's same abode. So he is also having some kind of, the devotee is seeing some kind of helpingness in that, becoming the salokya. What is that? He is thinking, why he is desiring? He is thinking that I can do directly devotional service to the Lord. That's why he is desiring the salokyam. That means same planet, madhama. So that's the reason. That means tehi premanaha premna saksha sri. Because of this so much love they have, so they are thinking that I should go to the Lord's planet and I should do the service to his lotus feet there itself. So like this, that means which are the results? These are the, that means results of the various sadhanas like swarga and apavarga, and those all, and can be sometimes devotee may desire, and be there also they are desiring by seeing the some spiritual benefit in that, and that's why they are desiring that. Okay, is clear? Any doubt? No. Example for this madhama. Who is example? Example is 3:15:25. Yacha vrajanti animisham rushabhana vritya. This is who is saying this is 15th, 3rd canto 15th is Kumaras. Kumaras are going to Vaikunta. Those who are far beyond rules by following the Lord, who is best among the Devata. So who are superior to us and whose qualities are desirable by us, and those and whose bodies develop goosebumps and uncontrolled tears through attraction to mutual discussion about the Lord, possessing most excellent qualities, enter Vaikunta. So just here, not particularly person is name is given. So people, that means the devotees, they try to enter into the spiritual Vaikunta to do the directly service to the Lord. Like that only example is given in that 3:15:25. Name is not there, specific case is not there. Okay, this is the basic understanding. So okay, next, Sri Chandra Prabhu, question.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
This type of desiring that one can take help of, one can directly do devotional service to Lord if he goes to Vaikunta. That is mixed devotional service only.
Yeah, so this kind of desire that if he realizes that person is clearly realizing that I want to do the purely devotional service only. That means purely means only Krishna's enjoyment only is my goal. So with that desire, and he doesn't have any other intentions, and he doesn't have any tinge of the desire of I want to stay in the Vaikunta and also see the some pleasure there. Let me experience. If that kind of desire is not at all there, only for the sake of Lord he is desiring, then this is pure devotional service only. Anyabhilashta sunya.
So Chitraketu also pure devotional service only.
Yes. Yes.
Even though he desires Swarga.
Yeah. If that means, that's why anything you desire for the only for the service of the Lord, and if you have zero interest of personal interest is zero, then that is pure devotional service. Example in the future also you'll be seeing in the same bhakti sandrabha. One may desire good health. That is also is going to become a pure devotional service also. But if you are desiring that health for only for the service of the Lord, yeah, that is will be discussed in the coming section. Good health also.
But that desire, that is a byproduct of bhakti itself, no Prabhu. Good health and all that.
By product of
Bhakti, pure devotional service itself.
that desire is not byproduct.
That result.
Somehow here is a reason is not given. Katham chit, that means somehow someone is seeing this some kind of benefit, of some kind of spiritual benefit, and he is seeing some special qualities in that, and let me utilize that principle, that portion, that speciality of that, so for the service, so only. But here this is this topic, there you are not seeing that devotees any personal interest is not there. So Chitraketu Maharaj, let me have enjoyment in the Swarga. So if he is also having that portion, then it is mixed. Then is mixed devotional service. It's not pure devotional service.
Yeah. Previously you told Kardama Muni that is mixed devotional service. That is also for service of Lord.
But not the direct service of the Lord. So he is just desiring, that means his father told, my father told, Brahmaji told to me, produce children, so let me have the children. That means just his Pitruvakya Palanam he is doing. For that sake he is doing the worshipping of the Vishnu. There Kardamuni is not directly seeing the service of the Lord, but he wants to serve his own father, that's Brahmaji.
And Sukadeva Goswami is thinking liberation will be a helping tool for bhakti, but that he was not even an associate. After association only he desired to do direct bhakti. No? Before that he just wanted liberation.
Yeah. Sukadeva Goswami initially he got the basic understanding. Actually, if you see in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana story, so he heard Krishna is going to control the Maya, and he heard the basic, that means some understanding, not completely Lord's glories he didn't hear, Lord's beautiful form, just he heard something from his father. Otherwise how he came to know Krishna is going to protect him from the Maya? So because he at the womb also he heard something, so that's why we are taking like that.
But he got desire for bhakti after association.
After hearing the Shravanam of the glories. Already his father, when he was in the womb, he told about Krishna already. That's why. Yeah.
And Prabhu, you told previously some of them, like Praya, most cases they don't desire, but some of them they do Jnana and Vairagya and then attain Brahman realization, and then they sometimes by association may also want to go to Bhagavan realization.
Yes.
So, but even for Brahman realization also, why to do Jnana and Vairagya? You can do Bhakti itself. That is what all results are coming later on. It is true.
Yeah.
So Jnana and Vairagya not required only, no, for anything.
For getting any result, you can use directly Bhakti also. But what we were seeing, some people, not everyone, some people initially, so they are practicing the Jnana and Vairagya and reaching to the Brahman realization. Then after that, so they are getting association, they are going, association means, that means yes, now superior to the Brahman Bhagavan is there. So such a strong association they are getting, and then after that they are coming to the Bhakti, that means they are getting the Bhakti realization. So here, why they are not having that kind of conviction? If they get the association of the devotees, then in the beginning itself, before becoming the Brahman realization, before getting the Brahman realization, if you get the association of devotees, then what will happen? What is going to happen? Then he will immediately, by that power of the association, he may become, that means he may leave the practicing of Jnana and Vairagya, and he may just maintain the desire to get the liberation, but doing the Bhakti. Then that is known as Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Then he'll be doing that means maintaining the desire of the Saija, that means liberation, but doing the Bhakti. Because of the association, he realized that Bhakti can give. And then after that, when he realized that means by doing the Bhakti, when he realized the Bhagavan, then his desire for the Brahman is going out. That means when he come to the pure devotional service, by the taste of the pure devotional service, he will leave the desire also. It's like many things can happen. Just we should take the principle actually. What is the main principle? At any stage, anything can happen.
Yes, bro.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Any other questions from others? Yes. Other students can leave if they want.
As we discussed in Bhakti, Gyan and Vairagya are not required, not
Yes.
used. Vairagya means detached from sense gratification. We can say
Yes,
that
yes.
means Vairagya means generally Vairagya means like that. Gyan means other knowledge. So case of we heard also Bhakti Devi doesn't manifest who's doing sinful reaction, just sense gratification like that, committing sin as well. That's why Prabhupada's four regulative principle is there mentioned given. Follow for
Bhakti Maharani is not going to give her kripa, actually,
kripa,
manifesting her glories. So
as we
as much as anarthas going down, that much glories will be
that we
manifested.
also discuss
Yes,
in that sense.
that is also there in the
yeah.
Bhakti Rasamrita also we
Yeah,
heard, and here also.
So that point is there. Now
Yes.
here is the Vairagya and Gyan is not required. So
Yes.
somebody may not follow regulative principle, but he may do devotional service. So,
you are putting my question.
sorry?
Previously we discussed this.
Yeah. So it is said like that because Bhakti is also Swatantra. Bhakti is not dependent on Gyan, Vairagya, Karma.
Yeah.
And somebody make not following regulative principle. Not coming in Varnashram also.
Okay.
He's doing Bhakti. So that Bhakti will, so as we discussed, Bhakti is not dependent on Gyan, Karma, Vairagya.
Yes.
So what is the problem? The Bhakti will give result or not? And Bhakti is
for example,
doing,
he is completely like he is a hunter in a forest.
Yes.
And he is not belong to any ashrama, he is any varanas, all he is out of the all
Kalo
four.
Sudra Sambhava, Kaliyuga mein everyone hunter.
And he is outcasted person. Let us take this point.
Yes.
And he is having habit of eating meat.
Yes.
And all the four regs he is not following from the day one his life.
Yeah.
So now he started doing the devotional service.
Yes.
Direct devotional service. So then what will happen? You are saying this, no?
Yes.
So then definitely that Bhakti Maharani is giving such a taste, and
he will give up. That is there.
Yes,
that is there. That means.
But in this case, you can ask, that means whether now he is following the sinful life, and is this going to give it is becoming the offense in his life, and then after that he is that offense will not allow Bhakti Maharani to manifest her glories. So this kind of question you may ask here. That is the point you are asking.
Yes, yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So now you see this kind of outcast person, he doesn't know the bhakti offenses. He doesn't know. For example, by committing sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. That means, see, when it will become anartha, so it will become anartha when he does sin on the strength of the holy name. That means I am going to purify my this bad results by the holy name. If he has such a thinking,
that crookedness is not there.
Then he's not a offense.
Oh, that's same the point. In that I was telling same day that day.
Because of Ajnana he is doing, he will be given mercy then actually.
No, Gyan is there. I should not do that. Gyan is there.
That Gyan is there, then offense.
No, but again comes and not crookedness. Gyan is there means Guru said you should not do, and he's not doing.
Guru also said, then
said,
it is offense only.
How offense? Now my question is that why offense comes? Because since time immemorial he's doing same thing. He was like a hunter, sinful, and no caste, Varnasrama, and he's practicing devotional service. And his thinking is not that I'm doing sin. I do purify because chant and that crooked is not there. But as based on 11th canto, sense gratification, just Krishna says, na, he should not like that, na, jismana karma dukh karmatmakam, because he's unable to control. And he's not like that. Crookedness, different thing, and weakness of heart is different thing. But sometimes both things has to merge like that. Many people think like that, na. Okay, he's a seventh offense only. Name of the that crooked is not there. A sincere practitioner will not think like that, na. Okay,
he's a sincere practitioner. Even he heard from the Guru, he should not do the sinful life.
He will try, and many times he will fail. Again, try. He fail also. Sometimes will get success. Sometimes he will fail it.
Then he should do the Tivra Bhakti. Only thing.
That tug of war is that.
Yes, that war is there. Then he should fix and do the Tivra Bhakti. Then by that.
So why I asked a question? Because Bhakti stands independent.
Yes.
Bhakti is not dependent Gyan and Vairagya. My question, why I asked, why you asked, you asked why Prabhupada is telling follow for relative principle. So I answered because to preaching case, and for the sake of preaching out, because outside people, society should accept devotee are, they're nice in the sense, otherwise they will not accept bhakti only. They will go away bhakti. But bhakti is not depend on these things, following relative principle.
Yeah.
But we are in society, just like, if I give example, Naga Baba, just somebody is naked, but he comes in society, he has to behave in normal way.
No,
So-
was at that time what conclusion we read? So if you have, that means this sinful life, if you follow Shastra and Guru, Sadbuddhi, that means Sadguru, Shraddha, Sadguru, Sasyastro. So then he will not get the proper Shraddha. So if he is having such a dirty life, then his Shraddha will become weak. That means because of being associating always with the modes of passion and ignorance, so then he cannot fix his devotion strongly, because for fixing this devotion strongly there is a need of strong Shraddha.
But Prabhuji, here also said bhakti is not dependent on Gyan Vairagya. So how to see both two things are there together and reconcile, and while practicing bhakti, he will get purified and come out of these things in due course of time.
So that's why Tivra Bhakti he should do. So why we are asking the devotees to not to do any sinful life, sinful practice? Because otherwise their Shraddha will become very weak. That means because of associating with the modes, then what is going to happen? Their bhakti will not be steady actually. If bhakti is not steady, then that sinful life and is overcoming, and then he cannot progress. Na? That's the main reason. That is the main reason we discussed on that day also. Same point we are saying. But if you say someone is really come because he's trying but he's failing, that case is different. That is different case. In that case, what he is doing, he is trying and he's failing. Then because of he's not having such a taste in the holy name. Till now he not got the ruchi stage. So because of this, sometimes he's falling victim. Then in that case, because of his strong devotion, but he is having this Shraddha and he is having the full idea of the bhakti, and he is doing but failing, then in that case he will be, by the due course of the time, he will definitely come out from that.
Just like crookedness not there, crookedness
Due course of time he
Just
should
like-
come out. He
just
should
like-
come out.
as we know, seventh offense.
But if he does the crookedness, that means he is having on the strength of the holy name he is doing. So then that is the offense, and that is becoming grand. That means he is under the big hill of the pile of the offenses. Then he cannot come out actually. And for that, he should go to the hell and get the punishment for all those sinful activities, so that their sinful activities get punishment and get reduced. Then maybe he may get some mercy of some Vaishnava. Then he can come out. Like Vena.
Devotee, even though commit any sin, apachit sudaracharu bhaste mamananda bhag samyak bhastasa. Whether devotee, whatever stage is that practicing, whether he goes to hell, he will go to hell, or that is also question.
So
Although we
here
say-
you see, then that kind of, but who is committing the sinful activities on the strength of the holy name? And for them, actually, there is a big danger is there. What is that danger? So their sinful tendencies will increase, and sometimes they will leave bhakti. They will leave definitely bhakti.
He has done bhakti some part.
Bhakti some part he
bhakti is
did.
eternal.
Bhakti some part definitely he did. That Sukriti will not be destroyed. That Sukriti is not going to be destroyed. Then main problem is what? So he will be definitely, because if anardhas are increased and bhakti lata is now only just very, that bija, that just a small ankuram is there, and it will not grow at all, and there is no chances of growing also, because it's piled up so much. Then in that case, what is the solution for them? Some devotees mercy he should get.
Just like we say,
He cannot come out from himself.
somebody, if we give somebody prasadam, if somebody hears holy name once, sinful person, whatever sin is doing, he will get human birth again. Next time is going to human get birth. That means he's not going to hell.
That is discussed is also many conditions are in that. Not just one time here. Here, Ajamil story will take, and it is also 2 hours discussion. Not that the only just one time holy name he took and he become human birth. There is a conditions are applied. Okay, we'll discuss these one by one. Okay, 8:20, Prabhu. I have a meeting 8:30. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.